Welcome to Love is Crafting.
Love is crafting.
I'm Stanton.
And I'm Tila.
And if you're new to our channel, thanks for checking us out. All your returning subscribers, thank you for your support.
Here on this channel, we like to take you through crafts and other DIY projects that are real, but not necessarily perfect because love isn't perfect.
We have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we need your help.
Yes, will you please consider hitting the subscribe button? We post new videos every Saturday.
In this video, we will be showing you how to turn this into this.
Yes, that's right. We will be jumping on that money card bandwagon and showing you how to do it with our style.
Yes, nowadays kids prefer money over birthday presents, and this is a good way to dress up your cash.
Yes, but it's not only for birthday presents, it can be used for graduation or even Father's Day. It's right around the corner.
Yes. Please show your support for the channel by liking,
commenting,
and subscribing.
Love is crafting.
Love is crafting.
Okay, first things first, we need to measure our, chapstick. All right, so I'm measuring it, and it looks like it is about 3.5. It looks like it's about 3.5, and this one is about 1.25. So we are going to jump into design space. I will be designing on my iPad, so you open the Cricut app, press new project, and get a blank canvas. Start off with the square shape, unlock it in the edit feature, and resize your card. I decided to go with a 4x5 square because I liked the way that it looked. Next, you want to go back to the shapes option and get that circle. What we're going to do here is we're going to make it have that little punch out to make it look like we got it right off the rack at a store. It gives it a little bit of more flair to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to size the hole, whatever size that you want. You can lock or unlock the circle to play with the shape. But for me, I just did a basic circle. Once you get your circle the size that you want to, move it on top of the rectangle and select both options, and then hit the edit feature and select align, and you want to center horizontally, and that will put it in the middle. Then you want to highlight both of your square and your circle, and then you want to go to your actions menu and you want to hit slice. From there, you want to delete the circles that are in the middle of the square to reveal your punch out. After you have your rectangle the way you want to, if you want, change the color of this so that it will print a different color, but if you want it white, you can leave it, or if you want it this gray color that it defaults to, you can leave it. Then you want to select it, and in your actions menu, you want to hit duplicate. This will get us the front and the back. Move one piece to the side. That will be your back that we will work on later. But then from there, we want to add our little cutout where we're going to put our plastic strip. So you want to go to your shapes options, unlock it, and then change it to your dimensions for your plastic that you measured. I'm doing 3.5 by 1.25. Put the rectangle on top of your card and select both of them and hit your edit button, align, center horizontally so you can get it in the middle. After that, you're going to select both objects again, hit your actions button in the toolbar, and then you are going to select slice. Delete the middle rectangle, and then you have your cutout. Now on to the fun part, designing. I select images at the bottom in the toolbar because we have access to Cricut's access, I'm able to use all of their images and wording and everything. This will be a birthday card, so I type happy birthday in the search bar and I look for an image that I wanted. Once I found a happy birthday image that I liked, I selected it and added it to the canvas. From here, you want to resize it so that it fits your card appropriately. You can drag and make it smaller, or you can just highlight it and type in the dimensions that you want. Either way will work. Just play with it, whatever you feel comfortable with. I played around with it for a while to get it perfect the way that I wanted to. If you want to tilt your image, you want to press that little circle with the arrows going in 2 different directions, and that will help you. That will make your image tilt. Once you get that the way that you want to, the size and everything and placement, you want to move on to making the dollar value for your money card. So to do this, you want to go to your shapes field and select your circle, resize your circle to the appropriate size for your card. And from there, you want to go ahead and change the color of your circle so it matches your card. To do this, you want to select edit in your toolbar. From there, your color wheel will come up. You pick the color that you want and it changes the circle color. Now you want to add the text. So hit text and choose your font. If you have uploaded fonts that you did, go to system and choose the font that you like, and then type in the money value that you will be using for this card. We will be using 25, so we did that, and we also want to change the color. We wanted the balloons, the color for the money to match the balloons, so we chose this mustard yellow color. Resize the text to fit into your circle, and then you also want to align it. It's always easier for me to get sizing just right if I zoom in on my iPad. So you select both of them, hit your edit field, align, and center horizontally once again. Then you want to move your circle with the amount for the money card over to your card. Make sure you have your placement the way that you like it. Then we'll move on to the next step. For me, I wanted to add text for the birthday person. In this case, it's a birthday boy, so I added his name, which is Gio. Select the font that you want, change the color. This is all in the creative process. Do what you like, what looks good, play with it, move it around, adjust everything. If anything ever goes to the back, hit edit, and then you can go to arrange and move it to the front. Play with it, have fun. This is the fun part about crafting, making it look the way that you want it to. I really wanted to add some customization to this, so I uploaded a picture of the birthday boy that I wanted to put on this card. So I uploaded it, and now I'm just going to size it appropriately for the card. I think it looks absolutely so cute. I know he's going to love it, and he's not going to be able to figure out how we got his picture on a card. So that's why I like doing things like this, because it really brings personality to kind of a basic gift. When designing on your iPad, if you ever want to select just one image and you can't just select it with your finger, go to your Layers tab and select it that way. It's much easier. But once you get everything perfect, you want to select all, Actions, Flatten. This will make your object a print and cut, and that's what we want for these money cards. From here, we hit Make It, and we go on, we put it on a 12 by 12 mat, and we turn off the bleed. But before we do that, I noticed that the back wasn't printing, so I highlighted it, went to Actions, and tried to flatten it, but it wouldn't let me, and I think it's because it's only one object. So instead, I went to Edit. I changed it from a basic cut feature into a print and cut. So if you ever can't get your object to cut, just change it to a print and cut in that feature. And then I hit make it. Next, remember, turn off the bleed because you don't want that bleed feature. It just doesn't look good when you're just printing. Then you send it to your printer. I always do, whenever I'm doing my media, I do it to the best, and then I hit select print. After it's printed, you want to add it to a light grip mat and send it to your Cricut for cutting. I did cut on the cardstock 50-pound setting. Okay, so our cut and print is finished, so we're going to just take it off the mat. The best way to do that is to flip the mat over and bend the mat. Bend the mat and hold your paper down, and everything should just come off. That is the easiest to keep your paper from curling. And I have my pieces here. So we don't need that. So we just have this in regular cardstock. And now we're going to take our Dollar Tree lip gloss or lip balm, and we're going to use this plastic.
It's chapstick.
Lip balm, chapstick, same thing. All right.
Does it matter how well you tear that off?
No, because we are going, this is actually going to be on the inside, but the cleaner you tear it off, the better. You don't want any of the, I don't know.
Remnants?
Yeah, any of the remnants. So then you want to pop it out, but you don't want to mess up the plastic too much. And if we did our calculations right, this should fit, and we did not. So we are going to have to go back to design space and adjust that just a little bit, and then recut it. Okay, so here we're all about being real and not perfect. And obviously I'm not perfect at getting measurements down, so let's remeasure. All right, so I'm gonna be a little bit more precise, and I'm actually gonna count these little ticky lines. And it looks like I'm at 2 13/16. And this one, it looks like I'm at 3/4 of an inch. So let's take these measurements and jump right back into design space. All right, so we're back in design space, and it's really going to be easier to start all over instead of trying to undo to get to the sizing of the second rectangle. So I am just going to redo everything, and you can watch me go through it all. This is going to be sped up, so I don't bore you completely. But again, this is actually one of my favorite parts. I like designing. This is where you can get really creative and really make it your own. Hindsight, when I went back to do this, I thought of different ways that you can customize this. On your back piece, you can add text so that you have what you would write in a card, like happy birthday, I hope your day's the best, love so and so, or even you can just, I don't know, add another picture or something like that. You can really decorate the back. But this is where you can really get creative and personalize these money cards and show the person that you're giving money to that it isn't just the easy way out, because sometimes giving money is easier than going to the store and shopping. True, but but doing this gives it that extra flair. Okay, so when you are working with your packaging that you're going to use, you want to make sure that you are actually measuring the plastic portion and not the amount around it. And that was my mistake. I measured this part instead of this inside plastic. So make sure you do that.
Not the actual. Don't measure the plastic. Measure the tube.
Yeah, the tube. And so what happened was Michaels actually sells these, but since this is so on trend right now, they're sold out everywhere near me. They're not even available on Amazon. So you know that this is a hit.
But I like this even more because this is like using the stuff that you already have,
So we reprinted and recut out our design, and now we're going to take it off of the mat. Hold your paper down and pull off of the mat to keep from bending. And so we have our 2 pieces here. Now let's see if we did this right. And it fits. It's a little snug, but it fits.
I think snug is even better.
Yeah, so it is snug. So what you need to do now is we're gonna go and grab our money and we're gonna roll it up, and then it is as simple as just taping these 2 together. So let me go grab some cash. Okay, so we got the cash, and what you wanna do is you wanna make sure that you're rolling it so that your at least 20 is going to be showing in the window, the 20, so you want to make sure that it's visible.
Put the big bills on top, make it look like a lot.
Yes, yes. So that looks pretty perfect. And since you have it in there pretty snug, you don't even necessarily have to glue down the plastic portion, but you do want to glue down the back to it to hold it in place. And I'm going to be using this really cool and inexpensive glue that we got from the Dollar Tree, that you do have to just snip the top of this and
snip the tip.
Trying to. It's not as simple as I thought it was gonna be. Oh gosh. Oh, there it goes. Ish. Yeah, there we go. There's a hole. There's a hole. We got a hole. We got the hole. Okay, so I am going to go around the edges. Oops. Maybe put a little bit on the middle.
Now we're using crafting glue, but really double-sided tape will work just as well.
Actually, make sure you don't put glue on where the money's gonna be. We don't want that to, we don't want it to stick to the money and then that rip when it comes apart, because that would be like super bad. So, just the edges, guys. And then you firmly place it down into place. And this is how you make one of these money cards personalized.
Looks great.
Hope you enjoyed our take on the money cards. Thanks for watching, and remember, love is crafting.